Coming to you live from the On Air Media Studios in Dallas, Texas, I'm your host, Melissa Plaskoff, and we are so excited to introduce you to three incredible women who are on a journey across the United States on their Lead, Lift, Launch Women in Business Tour. Get ready to meet Debbie Saviano, Stacy Shefflin, and Joe Packham. Thank you guys so much for making On Air Media one of your stops. You have been all over the United States. I want to hear your words. In your words, what are you doing? Tell us about your journey.
We're going across the country promoting the special issue of Where Women Create Work that Joe has designed with augmented reality on the cover, promoting female entrepreneurs and the 12 million U.S. small business owners, female small business owners.
I like that.
Yes.
High five.
There's more than a few of us.
There are more than a few of us, and we're pretty strong, right?
Absolutely. Especially when we come together.
And that's the important part. We can all lift each other up, come together and support each other and kind of win at the same time.
Always.
Okay, so you've been to St. Mary's College.
Right. San Francisco.
Right. The Museum of the Bible.
Amazing, D.C., our nation's capital.
And you had a big crowd there.
We did. We had an amazing crowd, and they were so wonderful to sponsor us. We had Jackie Green. Jackie and Steve Green are the founders of Museum of the Bible and also the family founders of Hobby Lobby. So we were honored to be in their presence, first of all, because they know really what it's all about being small business owners, small to now large business owners, and what it took to get there. We also had Linda Mcmahon, head of our SBA, one of 4 women on our nation's in the nation's capital in the cabinet. So that was incredible. And Linda was our partner in crime with Women's Leadership Live from the very beginning. But we're so blessed and happy that she is now in D.C. helping small business around the country. And Beth Bowman, right out here, out of Irving, Texas, came and was our moderator in D.C. at the Museum of the Bible. And she was incredible because nobody understands small business like a chamber. They really, and she has small to large businesses in Irving. Quite a few.
She's been with us from the beginning.
From the very beginning.
Our first event in Irving.
I was there.
You were there. You were there. You were part of it.
So
you had your radio show.
She's been a huge partner with us from the very beginning. Irving Chamber Economic Development.
After you left DC, Chicago. Right?
We actually went to D.C. and then we started in our nation's capital, first place to start for the tour.
Was where you started.
Then and then we went to California, and we were so excited. Brian Glenn, right out of Dallas, Texas, here has his radio show.
Irving.
Right out of Irving. Sorry, Irving. Tell the call.
We don't know what city we're in.
You got to tell the call signs.
620 KEXB, Experts in Business.
Experts in Business.
So which is a great show.
It's a great show. And he's been traveling with us, and
that's a whole other story.
And he hooked us up, and we were able to go to the Google campus.
Yeah,
we did his radio show from the Google campus from this amazing guy who's in AI. He's an adventurer. Justin Burr. He's a great guy. Everybody should follow him. He's really incredible. He's a best friend of our friend Brian Glenn's. And we had the most amazing day on the Google campus. Just to see how that place runs.
Skateboards, bicycles, sandball,
alligators, massages.
I can't wait to see this recap video, or the outtakes.
Brian's doing a great job with pictures and video and the behind-the-scenes shots.
But Brian fell on a skateboard, so we're not sure if that's
that probably will not make the cut.
I'm not surprised that Brian was skateboarding. All right, so Joe, let's talk about it. You were just honored.
Oh my gosh, such a huge honor, right?
Magazine launch of the year. Congratulations.
740 titles. And what's nice about it is we're a small indie magazine, so when we compete against Hearst and Time Warner and all the really, really big publishers, Condé Nast, to be honored as #1 is really big for us, for all women that are small entrepreneurs, right? Because it's hard to compete with the big boys.
Well,
you did.
And I have to say, I was reading your website and going through a lot of research on you, and there are people that are making comments and saying that you've changed their lives. They go to bookstores to find your magazine just for that moment. And it was so touching. And these were, pages. of testimonials. People took the time to write those messages to you. How does that make you feel?
I cry a lot, and I laugh a lot. I would love to take credit for it, but it's really not me. It's because the women write their own features. So if you're allowed to tell your story in your own voice, then you get very personal and very inspiring. And I think that's what's made us so popular. Is I say it all the time. I mean, we correct the spelling because I think that's important, but I don't correct the grammar or the punctuation, because I believe that people write the way they speak, and that they should be able to, we should all feel like we're sitting at the table talking to somebody and hearing somebody's real story, not an edited one by, in perfect grammar from an editor somewhere. So I think that's the reason for our popularity, and I get credit for it, which really isn't fair. It really is all of these women who work together and agree to be on my pages.
But I think you're kind of the quarterback.
Yeah. Right? I kind of picture myself as the bus driver. Right? I get everybody on the bus.
Well,
I get them where they need to be. I'm going to get a little bus driver's uniform.
I like that. So while you all are on this journey together, you have partners, you have ambassadors on this tour. Debbie, tell us about that.
We have been very fortunate from the very beginning. When Linda and Stacy and I started Women's Leadership Live, we wanted to promote women, and we all talk about that, but then sometimes women cannot be their best advocates of one another. Let's just be real.
Or themselves.
And so from the very beginning, that was our goal. We've been very, very fortunate, as you know, Melissa, to have women who support us, and we call them ambassadors. But for this tour, we have 70 some women, and we just added some extras of some things that came up recently. And these women are part of the reason we do what we do. And so they're entrepreneurs, they're small business owners. They promote, they share, they champion, they advocate for one another. And we want to model that. We want to model what it's supposed to be like, because it should be where we lift everyone up, and we're always as strong as the 5 women we surround ourselves with. We try to surround ourselves with a lot more than 5, which we're blessed to get to do. So we've got the ambassadors, we've got 5 partners, Amy Stewart, Debbie Sardone, Nikki, and help me say Nikki's last name.
Oh, don't put me on the spot.
Yeah, there we go.
We know she has a great restaurant. Feeding the Soul is amazing.
Exactly.
Asian Mint is
Asian
the
Mint is
best.
great.
Exactly. Trinice and Dr. Jody Dana. So these 5 women are women we go to for counsel. They're part of our team as far as collaboration is concerned. But we couldn't do this without them. And so,
but don't you think it's interesting that every time that whether you're in any city or you're connecting via social media,
or just a little bit.
Right, just a touch, that people just are latching on to what y'all are doing. So people are saying, how can I be an ambassador? How can I be your partner?
You saw those, yeah.
So why? What's the formula here?
I think the formula is authenticity. We truly do care about the women we support, and we want to promote them as well as what we're trying to do.
And what we've all been, all 4 of us sitting at this table, what we try to do is be of service.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
when
it's
you're
interesting.
Of service to other people,
right.
It comes back tenfold, and that's what we want to model all the time.
Exactly.
Right, and I think that is kind of a
Walk
different.
the talk.
If we're talking about women, we all tend to typically take care of others.
Right.
And what you're doing is creating a platform where you're saying you can continue to do that. We're going to go ahead and take care of you. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty incredible. Okay, Stacy.
Yes.
So you have had an incredible career on TV. You were live yesterday.
Yeah, live 30 hours. We were all up on HSN.
I know
live TV.
She was the one who was really on. We were just.
You guys were right there with me the whole time.
I saw a picture of y'all sleeping on a couch.
I fell asleep once. They were sitting up straight in chairs and fell asleep, and I felt so bad. I felt terrible.
But look at you. You're alive. You've been on the cusp of digital media forever.
Loved it every moment.
But you've continued to engage your audience. What's the trick? How do you through the screen?
Right.
How do you make the connection?
Just like you do in your podcast. It's the same thing. You're real, you're authentic, you're true to life. What we see on TV is, if you meet us in person, I think the best compliment women give us when they meet us is they're like, "You're just like you are on television." Well, we should be like that authentic every day and every step. Yeah, are we going to have mishaps? Are we going to have things that throw us off? Every day of our life we do. But when we go out to meet and greet people, we treat them like their family. And that's how we all want to be treated. We just want to be heard. And I think by using television for the last 24 years has been a blessing for me, because the HSN and QVC, and I'm on 9 networks in 28 countries, all live, travel every month, Australia, Russia, Dubai, Italy, Germany, UK, Canada. We're on
US.
all these networks all over the world. And the reason we do it is we want reach. We want to come into your home through your television. So for every network I'm on, I have to go to those countries, be on live, and really just listen to women and what their needs are. Just like when Joe says, I want women to be a part of our family. Come meet us. We'd love to put you on our magazines. This magazine holds the story of 24 women's lives, and every one of them tell their story as from the beginning to in the middle of their journey, what it's like, how they got there. I mean, this is West Rock Coffee.
Yes,
this is
let's
one of our
brag about
brands.
West Rock.
HSN, brought her to HSN. Now, West Rock's been doing coffees, for years, for private label, for Starbucks, for all the big coffee companies, all the Whole Foods of the world, all the beautiful 5-star restaurants, and all the casinos on the new Las Vegas Strip. They get on HSN, they get seen, and yesterday, guess what Ellen DeGeneres decides to put in her gift box?
Get out.
West Rock Coffee. The logo was huge on the TV screen for Ellen's show. That happened because we all collaborated. Joe put her in the magazine. We've had her on HSN. She had a Today Special. Did $2 million in sales in one day.
But see, that's the difference. You're taking these women, and again, it goes back to the core of all of this.
Yes.
Lifting women up and supporting each other. So, Joe, when you started your business, it was rare to be a female and to own a business, right?
Yes.
And listen, and we're not going into age or any of that because I'm not saying
She's great with her age.
Yeah.
Look at
Back in
her.
the day.
I am great with my age.
She gets around better than any of us. I'm like,
I am 70.
she looks amazing, doesn't she?
And I started 43 years ago.
But what characteristics and what values did you bring in to your business as a woman when it was rare for you to say, you know what, I'm going to do this? And how did you do it differently with everything that you had in your skill set?
You know, people ask me that all the time, and I'm not sure I know. You know, I think as a true entrepreneur, you get an idea and you just blast forward. I mean, you just are so convinced. And because I've always been in the creative field and because I believe entrepreneurs are creative, you just find a way around it. I have to admit that we had our moments with bankers that we had to have our husbands sign for us on our notes. We had to do a lot of things, but we did it because that was the means to an end and it was our only option. And as soon as it wasn't an option, my first independent loan was with the SBA.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know, so I say that to Linda all the time because they helped me get started as a woman because my husband didn't have to sign. But that was almost 12 years in before I could get a loan on my own. Even with all my good credit, everything we'd done and all the history, we still had to have our husbands sign.
So what do you say to those women out there that are trying to start a new business? I mean, what are some words of wisdom?
Do your homework. I say it every day. Do your homework so that you know what you're getting into. Because I hear people say all the time, oh, I want to live the dream. Well, you know what the dream's like. I mean, some days it's the dream, right? And some days it's a nightmare. Like, what in the am I doing here, right? And so I just do your homework, be realistic, you know.
And being realistic, I mean, I think we can all say it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's not.
You
It's
gotta love
not
it.
about just the glam. It's not just about sitting in front of the camera.
Pick, pack, wrap, strap, whatever it takes. Paint this studio. You've done it all.
Listen.
You've done it all. Starting your own
I can lay
business.
carpet.
You can lay. The best of them, baby.
Forget the laminating machine. I can lay carpet. But you have to get down and get dirty. And it can't just, and it can be, but in order to get to that place, you've got to just start from the bottom.
You have to start from the bottom. And in the beginning, I had to know how to do every single solitary job. So that if I couldn't afford to pay someone or I couldn't find someone, that I could step in and do every single thing myself. When times changed and I'm a traditional print gal and everything went on the web and all that, those were my first terror-filled days because I can't do all of the layout on the computer. I can do it
Right.
Yes.
with a pen and pencil.
She's great at illustration and can draw and do a layout and graphics and everything. But think about CAD and going on a machine and digital. It's a different generational thought process.
It is.
And it scared me.
So speaking of digital, with everything changing in technology, Stacey, you were there at the beginning, like we were saying. You were able to connect with your audience and still do through TV. What?
We were a bit of pioneers when my husband David and I started this. He was the Harvard grad. He knew the business background. I, like Joe, we love the creative. Don't ask me to do a spreadsheet. Dixie Math's my thing. I can't count more than 10 fingers and toes.
Well, there's 20.
There is. Oh, yeah, 20. Yes.
There you go.
The principal.
That's the principal.
Of course, of course, she always has to help me because thank
We
God
help
we're
each other.
partners. We help each other, but she helps me more. I can tell you that every day. I learn so much. Debbie's taught me a lot about, especially about being a life learner. My favorite thing I learned from my Debbie. She says, you're always going to learn. Every day we were learning, and she's right. But when I was a pioneer on television, people said it'll never work. You're going to go on and you're going to tell women how to make up their face. They can't touch it, feel it, try it on. How are you going to sell color cosmetics? It's never going to happen. And I just got blessed. I found a niche. I always say, go with your gut as a woman, find a niche. My husband said, go on with your hair and rollers and no makeup and take women through the education of it. Don't go on 45 covers, walked every catwalk, I'm a supermodel, all that stuff, because it's not real. Be who you are as a real woman, and they'll connect with you. And he was brilliantly right about that. So now we go into that's our network in Russia. That's an amazing network. So we're all over the globe, and people work so hard to make that process happen. That, before you take a product to market, it's 8 to 10 months. So it's a lot of work before you get to the TV part.
So things are changing in the digital world. So tell us.
So the next big thing,
yes.
Debbie, Joe, and I, and Brian, and my husband, David, we could not be more excited. We're working with a team called SLC Group. Sandy Cleary and her team, she's one of our investors in a company called Buy It Live. We invite women to come and to our website. It'll be up very shortly. We're going to launch in April. It's been in beta test
for like 6 months.
It's been in beta test with Shopify and everything, but it's where you have social media meets commerce immediately. So you know how when you're on social media, say Facebook or Instagram, and you see all this stuff and you want to buy it, you're like, I want that.
Yes.
But then you're shot to a shopping cart. Well, what happens is usually you lose 40% of the retention and the conversion of a sale as a business owner to purchase something when people have to go to a shopping cart. Ours is instantaneously. When you're watching the video and you're seeing what you want to buy, you just push a button on your phone. The video continues to run. You're listening to a salesperson that loves and is passionate about their product, but you're buying and they're upselling you more. You bought a blouse, you want the pants to go with it, here it is. You just stay on it and just keep buying. No one has ever had this
is going to cause serious
disruption
and issues in my marriage, because I have to tell you, I'm that person.
For instance, you tried to buy something this morning.
It was like this scalp, it's to wash the kids' hair, but it's to get dry scalp away, and it was like this prong thing, and I was like, I want that. But
it's like a little brush thing?
Yeah, but it's like, it has the little, fingers at the end of it, but it's silicone. And you scrub, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Went to press it, and it's like, oh my gosh, now I have to go through the process, and it wasn't auto-populating in my phone, so I said, forget it. But had I just pressed it and then it was at my house, that would make it really easy.
And here's the thing, not everybody has to wait to get on a shopping channel now. Now you can be your own spokesperson in the comfort of your own home, a woman in her closet saying, I have all these beautiful clothes, I'm never gonna wear them. You know what, they're in size whatever. And this is what happens. Now she is her own business, letting people shop from her own shop, whether it's a brick and mortar or it's a closet in your own home, and you go from a 2% conversion rate to a 40% conversion rate.
Well, it's the same thing of having broadcasting studios on-air media. So you don't have to have a national network or a local network to pick you up. We have opportunities here for people to come in.
Absolutely.
You can have your own show.
Right.
So you don't.
We could have never dreamed about that.
We could have never dreamed about
it. This is so exciting what you've set up here.
But
it's
no,
incredible.
I don't mean that. But why
no,
not?
we mean that.
But
we've wanted someone for so long, Melissa, to set up where women and men could come and have a voice and have professional editors, graphics team, spokesperson like you to be on with it, because the hardest thing for people to be on live and in front of a camera is not knowing what to do. You train them, you do everything
right, but I think the other piece is if combining what you're doing, I mean, we can share with our shows, look, if you have something you'd like to sell, take the opportunity during your show, during your live feed, and then they could probably purchase whatever they're talking about.
Immediately. You guys could be going right to Facebook Live immediately.
Okay, so as we're talking about digital,
yes,
we have our expert here. So if you haven't noticed, Debbie posts a lot during the day because she is the expert. She's going to keep you connected.
The advocate. I don't like the word expert because you're never an expert in anything.
Fine.
Advocate.
Okay, so what?
We still say she's an expert, and
we're
she
not.
doesn't
You're
have
too
her
sweet.
phone in her hand right now.
I know.
It's freaking her out.
I was like, I said, Debbie, are you
She made me leave it. She
Are you
made me
planning
move
on
it.
keeping that phone here, or do you want to move it? And that was one of those.
That's like you're moving it.
She almost died.
Yeah.
She almost died.
It's like your extra limb.
Exactly.
But for you, what role does social media play in the space of the digital world today? How important is it for people to be connected that way?
You know, social media gets such a bad rap because it's like anything, the negative side of something you see out there as far as how people utilize it sometimes. But in my book, I think social media is the most important truly thing of this century, because we can connect in physical space to digital space. You can expand your boundaries. There are no boundaries. As long as you have an internet connection, you can be connected to anyone. So if you have a message, if you have a product, if you have a service, whatever it is, you build relationships online, and we're proof of that. And we always say, great, big numbers are great. That's wonderful. But what you really want is engagement. And I give credit to all the women who are part of our community. They are so engaging. They're such champions of other women, but you couldn't do that in physical space all the time. But digital space is the perfect opportunity.
And you have someone here who actually is a champion for you.
We do.
And I think we have a question for Debbie about that, right?
We have the Debbies in the house today.
Debbie's in the house.
So we had asked Debbie Mrazek, because Debbie Mrazek is one of those individuals. She has had a huge career herself in sales. We like to talk. Debbie, anyone who knows Debbie, as you know, she's a cheerleader, she's a twirler, she's a huge champion of other people, and she has done so much to promote not just Women's Leadership Live, but all the women in that community. Debbie also does the 10,000 small business with Goldman Sachs. She's an instructor there. That's her program. So we wanted to ask Debbie, you see a lot of small business owners. You tell us, first of all, how many of those business owners you see each year. I know because of the program. And then what are some of the challenges you see facing those small business owners?
Hi, thank you. Yes, Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses here in Dallas. We are finishing our 5th year, and 400 entrepreneurs have come through this program. And one of the biggest challenges is a lot of people didn't go through college or get an MBA. They're what Joe says. They're an entrepreneur. They had an idea. They just got in there and got at it, and it was successful. And then one day you wake up and go, oh my heavens, it's successful. How do I take it to the next level? So we're looking for companies that have been in business at least 2 years, have 4 employees, and do at least $150,000 to take them through a program that's like a little mini MBA for 12 weeks. And we do 3 of these cohorts a year here in Dallas, but they're done in 17 cities across the United States.
Fabulous.
So as far as what are challenges you see facing some of them?
You bet. The challenges I see facing them is the whole reason, like I started my company, is people being very brilliant about what they do, their idea, their concept, their product, their service, but they don't know how to get it out. They don't know how to do business development. They don't know how to sell. And every product, everything, that is all unique and different. Your financials better be your financials. You know, those are black and white, everybody. But what you're doing, how you sell, how you get it out is unique to you. So I think that's the biggest challenge for them, instead of trying to fit into boxes, to be who they really are and be as big as they can possibly be.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for all that you do.
I know. I just want to sit and listen to you talk more.
She's so
You've
incredible.
got
She
so much
helps so many
information.
people.
Yes, and if any of your audience is interested, 10ksbapplied.com. We'd love to talk to you.
Debbie, not only when she shares, she knows to tag us or whoever it is she's sharing about. She tags the person. She always uses the same keywords. She uses the hashtag. Debbie's genius at sharing on social media and promoting other people. So thank you, Debbie.
It's a wonderful
Thank
gift.
you so much.
Thank you,
Okay,
Debbie.
so for all of you, I want to know how, together as a team, how are you going to help women in business transform what they're doing and kind of take it to the next level? How is Women's Leadership Live
Debbie,
doing
go
that?
ahead. I would love for you to share the possibility for women to come in and work with us and our family and our team.
So basically what we do is we offer services, as Debbie was just saying, on how to help someone. They've got the idea, they've got the product or the service, but how do they take it to the next level? So we have, all of us, we take great pride that we have our silos, okay? And we have a complete multimedia platform, if you will. Stacy is the marketing and branding, the TV. Joe is the print. Brian is the radio. Melissa here's the digital of the podcast and everything.
Laminator.
No, and the chief laminator, which is important.
We got a new
Which we
laminating
gotta have
machine
laminator.
in the house,
Adding
and we're
it.
loving the laminator.
Adding that to my program.
Sharon is our executive producer and takes care of the brands at HSN. David is the financial, the CFO. So all of us, and I do obviously digital and on social media. So individuals who want to work with us, they apply because.
Okay, so tell me how can they apply?
So they need to reach out to either David at Women's Leadership Live or Debbie at Women's Leadership Live. They can also go on our website and submit their product, but sometimes they just want us to work with us as a partner on helping them get to that level.
So people can come on and they have this product idea or
Yes.
they have this business idea. You'll consult with them. You'll kind of say, you know what, here's what I think you need to tweak. Is that
Yes.
accurate?
We have a menu of services,
Great.
and there are different levels, and you sign up for what you need. We never want to oversell and underdeliver, so we want people to only get what they need. If they come and they say, I want to be in Joe's magazine, I want to be on Brian's radio station, I just want to come and be in Melissa's, I want to do my own podcast. Well, we know that's the avenue we're going to put you in. We're not going to make you run in 5 different directions if it's not right for you. We just did a new partnership with Cost Plus World Market, 281 stores across the nation, and we're launching all the women that are on our team with product in the stores.
And how great would it have been, right, starting your business, thinking back, right?
Oh.
And for me, I mean, as a small business owner
Right.
and an entrepreneur, is to have experts that you could trust that
Absolutely.
can guide you. So for you, Joe, is there a difference between being an entrepreneur and a small business owner?
I think there is. And I think
Yes.
I truly believe that you're born an entrepreneur and that you can learn to be a businessman. And my perfect example of that is in the restaurant business, restaurant owners who are entrepreneurs, you will see them, they start their first small restaurant, then they have it, so let's say it's Mexican, then they go to Thai, and then they go to whatever else. But they have a whole chain of restaurants. Each one of them's different because entrepreneurs are so taken with the idea of it all, where a businessman would go like P.F. Chang's, right? He starts one restaurant, it's a great idea, so he takes that idea and he expands it into 100 or 200, right? And I think that's the difference. You very seldom see a true entrepreneur do the same thing over and over and over again.
No, I think that's fascinating. And I think it's so fabulous that you're all staying in your own lane
Oh, yeah,
of
we have to.
expertise. And we kind of talk about that here too. We can't do everything for everyone.
No.
And it's okay to say no
Right.
if it's not a match.
Right.
And I think that is what makes people trust you. So,
It's important.
and I think for you to say, you know what, yes, okay, we're going to have you on HSN. We're going to put you in the magazine. We're going to do this. We're going to put you on the radio.
Right.
We're going to do all these things. It's like oversell.
Right.
But
No.
but it may be a match for someone.
Yeah, they may want it all.
Right.
They say may want the whole package. Oh, I want to be in Cost Plus World Market. We're working with Kelly. She's the head strategist, an expert at these stores. She also is looking for brands to put in Joe's magazine. So it's a big collaboration. Like the day, March 8th is International Women's Day. These magazines just launched around the country March 1st.
Yesterday.
And they're, by the way, they're beautiful.
They're coffee
I
table
received,
books.
well, yes. I was going to put one in a frame or something to cover. I didn't know what to do with it. It's so beautiful. And we got this package here and who doesn't love getting mail? Yeah. And I said, oh, what did we get? And I said, oh my gosh. And I'm thinking this was a fortune for you to send this package.
It's a coffee table book.
But this is a gift.
Yeah,
that
thank you.
to give these to women, this is a gift. This isn't just one of those things where you're like recycle bin.
Right? No.
At all.
You don't throw these
There's no
away.
advertising. So what we love about the magazine is that Joe, we've all worked with the team at Cost Plus. They're going to be putting them in all the stores around the nation. So on March 8th, we invite you to go to a Cost Plus World Market in your location. Find the magazine.
There's a whole kiosk set up just for International
us.
Women's Day.
Just for International Women's Day for us. Find the magazine, hold it up, take a picture, or do a live Facebook Live. Debbie and Joe and all of us will see it. We'll repost it. What's so great, if you're a VIP member with Cost Plus World Market, and you'll get a special gift complimentary for coming in the store on March 8th, International Women's Day. If you're not a VIP member, go ahead and sign up now, and you'll be considered one by March 8th, and then you can come in the store and get your own magazine, and you will love all the stories of all the women and enlightened men that have helped support those women to get where they're at.
And this issue, which we're really proud of, has an augmented reality video attached to it. So you can upload the app to your phone, and then you can hold your phone up to the magazine, and the cover actually comes to life.
The instructions are right here.
And it's
Inside
the
the cover.
first time that a magazine in our category has ever tried something like this, because
Of course. You know, why wouldn't you be the first one?
Pioneer.
and it was the scariest thing I've ever done. I mean, I watched these 12-year-olds do all these videos, and you
Right.
can't believe what I went through to make this video. But it really is beautiful, and it really does bring people to the newsstands looking for magazines for a different reason, because you still want to hold it in your hand, right? But you still want that whole video interaction kind of thing. So we're really proud.
I love it. It's kind of the combo meal.
Yeah.
And it's good. And you're reaching people that want both platforms.
And we'll have 4 products we represent that are in the magazine, but we'll also be in World Market. We've got West Rock Coffee, Julienne Caramels, which you've got to
try them.
they're so good.
Don't buy the caramels. Buy the caramel sauce. You just eat
drink
it with
it.
a spoon. You don't even want to dilute it with
IV.
ice cream.
Yeah.
and then Yuck Be Gone, and then Butcher's Bunches jams. And yesterday we were on an American flight coming back, I guess last night, and the flight attendant, which I got a picture of, she's sitting there and she's reading Jody's article of Yuck Be Gone.
Yeah.
She turns around and she goes, "Oh my gosh, I need this," because she's a flight attendant.
It's a hand sanitizer.
But it's like the size of a credit card.
Yeah, it's tiny
Goes in
and
your
it's a
pocket.
spray. It's a
and
spray.
so I said, well, you go to World Market the whole month of March. They're going to be there for sale.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the energy all 3 of you have is unbelievable. We need to bottle that up and put that on HSN, right?
That's your product.
I get that on my live buying channel. What's it?
Buy it live.
Buy it live.
Buy it
Right.
live.
Buy it live. That's I'm claiming that. Okay, so what's next? You're leaving here, and then you have other stops in Dallas.
Yes, we do.
And where else are you going?
So we've got you the first, because we have such an affection for you. We appreciate so much getting to come here because you've been with us since the beginning of the journey. So thank you,
Absolutely.
Melissa.
Thank you,
course.
Melissa.
So we have at Love Field on Monday, we're doing a special magazine signing out there. And then also we've got the City Group on Tuesday. It's a private group. They're global. They're simulcasting that across the globe to all their employees.
Thousands of employees.
Yeah, thousands.
All the way
It's-
to Africa. It's going Ireland, everywhere, all over the world.
Wow.
Then we got SMU. Anna Rodriguez is interviewing all of us along with Beth Bowman and Robin Pinkley there. And then we leave there and we go to back to Florida and then on to
Back to
Phoenix.
HSN for International Women's Day.
Yes, and we'll end in Phoenix at the Celebrate Your Life conference with Liz. And Liz has done an incredible job of bringing. She does conferences all over. You want to speak to that, Joe? As far as
She is an amazing
Yes.
woman, and her roster of speakers for her conference to bring women to a different level is crazy. Everybody should go. It is an opportunity that you don't get very often, and you don't want to miss this one.
March 7th through the 10th. And if you want to
Yeah.
find out more details, you can go celebrateyourlife.com and take a look at it. But we're all going to be at the conference. We can't wait to meet everyone and see everyone. But her speakers, bar none, we've never seen a roster like
Well,
this.
thank y'all for taking the time
Are you
to
kidding?
come
Thank
hang
you.
out with us and spend the morning. And I just congratulations to all 3 of you.
Thank
and
you,
keep
sweetheart.
doing what you're doing because I know that so many are listening, young and old, and following your lead. So we really appreciate that.
Thank you
thank
for
you
being
so
part
much
of
for
it.
listening.
Thanks for giving
Part
us
of
the
the journey
platform.
with us.
Okay, so for more information, obviously social media, right?
Absolutely.
Follow
And
you.
use the hashtag WIB Women in Business 2019, hashtag WIB 2019. But it's Women's Leadership Live across all platforms except for Twitter, and that's W Leadership Live.
Okay, we've got
And
it.
then where women create.
Of course. Yes.
Across all platforms.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much and have a wonderful weekend.